Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Rakdos Sacrifice. So a lot of folks, the metal's kind of settled now that we've gotten, for the most part, with the exception of Laura's companions out. We've got what am I thinking? Agent of Treachery's out. Fires is out. So where are we now? And right now is where we are, is right before those things came in, to be perfectly honest with you. And one of the better decks was Rakdos Sacrifice going into that meta. It's had some additional pieces added to it. So we're going to go ahead and take a dive in and take a see what the current meta looks like. And we'll take a look at the deck and what it can play. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this deck. There's a lot of things that are very, very familiar in here. I do have my own little twist on it, things that have irritated me and my own misplays that I've hoped to kind of auto-correct on that. So, of course, this is going to have the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven combo. This is super irritating. A lot of this is the self-sacrificing abilities that you're going to be looking for. Claim the Firstborn, I'm only running 2. And the reason why I'm only running 2 is it's really good in the early game for creatures with mana cost less than 3. It's in the late game, when you have creatures that are bigger than that Claim the Firstborn doesn't do anything for, which is where I have added 4 Acts of Treason. I recognize, of course, that it is 2 mana additional, but this is meant for that mid-game. These are reasons for this, so I don't have to worry about mana cost. I can sacrifice your gigantic creature all I want. So yeah, so that is my little twist on this, and plus it helps me autocorrect for not recognizing that Claim the Firstborn says specifically, 3 converted mana cost or less. And of course we have all the sacrifice, accoutrement that goes along with this deck, things like Priest of the Forgotten God, for example. Dreadhorde Butcher, which is awesome to hit with and then sacrifice. I did skip over Robber the Rich. This one's here in case we get low on cards. We can actually start stealing cards from other control decks. Control decks hate this card because I can cast stuff out of theirs. It's awesome. Of course, you've got the obligatory to Call of the Death Dwellers so that you can pull cards out of the graveyard if they do get killed. 2 Midnight Reapers to help you with an additional card draw. Woe Striders to be able to give you an additional sacrifice outlet, plus a free blocker or creature to sacrifice to scry. That wouldn't be the Rakdos deck without Mayhem Devil. And boy, it looks like there's at least one card coming in M21 that's going to assist this deck. So that is the big chunk of the deck. Mana base is relatively easy, Swamps and Mountains. We are going to go with 4 Blood Crypts and 4 Fabled Passages, which also got a reprint in M21. I'm actually really surprised because this was like I thought going to be, and I'm one of the ones that was guilty of this and thought this was going to be a big money card out of Throne of Eldraine, and lo and behold, they're going to reprint it. So maybe this is going to be the eternal fetch land that they're going to reprint in every other set or every couple of sets to make sure that it stays in standard. So that definitely drove the value down price-wise, but overall, I still think it's a fantastic card. So that's the deck. We're going to go play some games with it. Before we go too far, of course, if you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe while you're there. It'd be fantastic. It helps out the channel. And if you have your own Rakdos Sacrifice deck, let me know in the comments down below how you built it and where I make my mistakes in this one, because I can assure you there are going to be plenty. All right, off we go. We're going to go right into the Den of Lions here. We're going to go standard rank with Rakdos Sacrifice. I have to be perfectly honest with you. When I sat down today to record videos, I have a mono-green mutate deck that I was going to be working with. You'll probably see that video on Wednesday. But I lost to this deck 3 times in a row. Like, there were 3 separate players, 3 different people playing this, and I'm like, oh, well, this is clearly where the meta is shifting if I've seen this deck 3 darn times. Okay, what happened here? I believe this to be a mulligan. So yeah, when you lose to a deck 3 times in a row, you're like, well, darn it, clearly this is trying to tell me something. This is almost worse, but at least I can go and get land. I think I might ditch one of the Robbers of the Rich. This is just so much of a slower start. I have bad feelings about this all around. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ditch one of the Robbers of the Rich. Oh, well, at least our other opponent is also starting equally as slow. What you really want those Fabled Passages in there for is for the sacrifice part of the Mayhem Devil. That's really why you want them there. I mean, don't get me wrong. Super helpful. But alas, Overwhelmed Apprentice. Interesting. So I think we're going to go and get... it's a 50-50 shot here. We're going to go Mountains. Dreadhorde Butcher. That's okay. We have ways to pull him out. Sitting in our hand, in fact. So I'm banking on any other mountain, anything else coming in that I can go in with Robber the Rich and actually start pulling some fun stuff here. 2 priests. Eh. Eh. How do you like that? We got lucky. Oh, did I seriously just cast Priest of the Forgotten Gods? Oh well. It will give me an option to steal stuff later. If he's got a removal spell, that's fine, because we've got another one in hand. And we've got ways to pull things out. We do really want to pull that out, though. That's really where we want to go. So we're going to go Robber the Rich. He's going to do whatever removal he is going to do. Uh-huh. Before we get the opportunity to use Priest of the Forgotten Gods, that's fine. We're good. We will Fabled Passage on his turn. That's okay, because we're going to pull all that stuff right back out of the graveyard. That actually should be kind of funny. We are going to go black on this one. Get me a swamp, please. Why, thank you. Ooh, Mayhem Devil or 2 creatures? We're going to go for that, thank you. Mayhem Devil and with total converted cost. Yeah, let's go ahead with Mayhem Devil, that's fine. Death Touch and Menace, that's actually kind of pretty. Does he have more removal? Does he have more removal? Come on, Life Coach. That's such a great name. He sure does. Alright, so we're probably going to go Kitty Cat, Robber the Rich, so we can get past all of this. Have him start sacrificing stuff. Come on. I was going to say, he's got all the time in the world to decide what he wants to do here. Ooh, Dreadhorde. Ooh, that's such a good choice. No, we're good for the moment. We're going to wait till the Mayhem Devil comes out. We're going to make him lose that. Target any number of players. Sacrifice a number of players, loses 2 life and sacrifices a creature. Submit 1. Since we're losing these... And since he's crying of the Carnarium, we'll make sure that he kills his own Murderous Raider. And he wipes the board. Very nice. So now we're going to go Dreadhorde Butcher into Kitty Cat. Death Touch. Interesting, this has not worked out the way that it normally does. Murderous Rider, cool. Yeah, having Menace is really nice. You can. Are you sure you'd like to do that? Yes, that's how that works. Works for me. Act of Treason we'll hold on to. That may come in handy later. I don't know where Life Coach is going. Like, he had all the removal in the world early. Holy cow. This is just tells you, like, how this deck functions. We didn't actually get our main thing going. We never actually got the opportunity to get all the wheels in motion, and it still managed to come out. I was hoping he was going for some big creature and that I was going to have Act of Treason and punch him in the face with it, because nobody ever runs that card. If you see anybody doing it, you know they saw it here first, because nobody runs that but me. Flugy. Flugy. All good things. All good things. The Dreadhorde Butcher or... Alright, let's go Swamp first. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Cool. We got Woe Strider into Act of Treason, which will be nice. Ooh, I feel a... I'm feeling a mirror match. Do you feel it? I feel it. He wouldn't dare. So I think we might go into Woe Strider into Act of Treason, because he's going to do some damage with the Knight of the Ebon Legion. Or we Act of Treason his Priest of the Forgotten Gods, as that is one of his triggers. Mire's Grasp. That's going to be horrible. Where do we go? Where do we go? He's just going to Mire's Grasp this anyway. Actually, he'd be dumb to do it, because if he does, he knows I'm going to kill his Priest of the Forgotten Gods. That'll be interesting. So we're going to shut down his main engine with Priest here in a second. He's going to go for the Woe Strider. Sort of semi-okay with that. I mean, not really. I really would have loved to have... He's just going to sacrifice them. No. I'm going to sacrifice my goat, thank you very much. Mayhem Devil. Let's sacrifice that. Get rid of his kitty cat. Let's go for... there. Shuts down his Priest of the Forgotten Gods, at least temporarily. I think we're in need of another... So now Dreadhorde Butcher is getting big enough that whenever it actually comes in and does damage, it's going to be a problem. Nah, he's just going to claim it. No, you can do that. He's just going to claim it. Or he's going to priest it, one or the other. Drill bit. Oh no, he's going to take our Act of Treason. Maybe not. Yep, he took the Act of Treason. I assume you're sacrificing here. Ah. Might as well do it here. Might as well do it. Right there. Should have done that both to the priest. Ah, that was so dumb. Yeah, I think we lost this one just because of my plain stupidity. Which works. Let's go with some hasting creatures. Try to reset the balance, shall we? Blood for bones, you say? Blood for bones, you say? Discard a card, sure. Is Blood for Bones any graveyard? Yep. He just realized it. He's like, nope. Because I'm going to swing in with Blood. I'm going to swing in. And he just genuinely got mana screwed. Like, legitimately, that was his problem. He never got to that third mana as much as he fought for that. And the next thing was going to happen, I was going to pull his 6/6, do the damage. That would have been fun. I don't feel like we were winning that game so much so as our opponent was losing that game. There's a difference. There is a difference when, you know, the cards just don't lay down right, and yeah, things like that happen. Julio, or Julio, 666. Oh, you've got to go with Kitty in the oven first thing. Now, my piece of advice, my friendly piece of advice, is always to go with the Witch's Oven first. Why? Because they can kill your kitty cat, and you have difficulties getting it back out of the graveyard. This might be Azorius Flyers, which I'm kind of cool with. No, this is just going to be straight up blue flash. Would so love to get another land and be able to start doing some damage here. Sure. We're going to sacrifice this to get the red, just in case. We are going to sacrifice the kitty. And again, another piece of advice I always do is do not return your kitty cat to the battlefield right away. In case they do have a removal, you are out of luck. So no land, unfortunately. Sure. No, because I'm going to hold that for his little 1/1 flyer. Because the robber has reach. Yes, yes, it has reach. This is actually Dremir Flash. This is not. Let's go here. Interesting. Well, it's not going to do any damage. That's cool. Sure. We are going to go with the old black land, please. We're going to sacrifice the kitty cat. Ah, now we get it. Now we're on a run. Let's go with the red since we were kind of low on that. I'm going to drop that. So we have double oven. We're going to go ahead and oven here in a second. Drop that. Sacrifice food. Drop that on the cutthroat. You can tell that he doesn't have anything to stop us because it's not letting us... It's not stopping us from doing anything. And we'll go and rubber the rich. Oh, brain. Oh, very nice. Let's see where we go from here. We go to a concede. That's where we go. I can see it. I can see why this deck is so coveted. And again, it was all of those other decks that were in the way. It was the Fires of Invention decks. It was the Winota cheating in Agent of Treachery. those decks. That's the reason why this deck got tamped down as much as it did. I don't. Yeah, I don't know if that was the entire reason, to be perfectly honest. I don't feel like Rakdos Sacrifice went anywhere. I think it definitely took a step down from tier 1 down to tier like 1.5 and kind of just hovered there. And now that a couple of those tier 1 decks are gone, it has definitely made room for this one to come back on the rise. And I think it just won like some online tournament too. And that's not the reason why I picked it. I picked it out of frustration. I'm not going to lie. I sat down and played against the same deck 3 times in a row. Lost to it 3 times in a row. Fervent Champion, you say? This looks like mono red. No, thank you. I want nothing to do with that. I will actually pay the 2 life. Because on the next turn, we're looking at Mayhem Devil. Now he's thinking. Because this mono red deck is a lot of little damage. You can. He's going to get his damage in first before he does it. Because he's going to stomp it. And then he's going to lose the Fervent Champion. Yep. Not entirely certain that was worth it. 2 Mayhem Devils do make an interesting pair. Now all I need is a sacrifice outlet. Just one. Act of Treason on whatever creature. Oh, please let it work out that way. Please let it work out that way, that's how this works out. That I'm going to end up with a Witch's Oven and an Act of Treason, and he's going to end up with Embercleave on something. I will pay the 2 life because I want that. And get 1 life back. Now, is it worth it for him to lose the Bone Crusher Giant? That would be the only poetic way to end this game, is that he gets a creature, he puts Embercleave on it, I'm able to Act of Treason it because you couldn't claim the Firstborn it, and then, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. We'll see how it works. My suspicion is it's not going to work out that way. Interesting. Took the damage like a champ. He must have decided that he just didn't have what it took. Interesting. All right, so I think we had one little hiccup in there, but overall, good run for the deck. This is one of the decks I play whenever I'm looking to complete missions and when I'm playing for just for fun. So, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below how you do your Rakdos Sacrifice decks. And until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.